What's up,
Good
Josh?
to see you, dude. So you're the
How's it going?
CEO of the
Yeah.
Arena, which is a leading SocialFi product on Avalanche, and I'm really interested in getting into the kind of origin story here because I think we connected for the first time a couple years ago. You're building something else, and then I think Friend Tech happened 2 months later. I see you acquiring the Arena, which was kind of an emerging Friend Tech like platform on Avalanche. So could you just talk about the origin story of you acquiring the Arena and how that happened?
Yeah. It's a pretty crazy story. So I always had this thesis of consumer crypto being the future, and now it really looks like that's playing out. And Josh, that's how we initially connected, building Rove on Solana. But yes, in around September 2023, when the SocialFi craze really kicked off with FriendTech, I became a pretty big user of what was known as Stars Arena at the time, which was the very large SocialFi app on Avalanche, and it differed because it had that global feed and a few other differences which we won't get into. Anyway, I became a really big user. I had known the Avalanche team from my work with Rove, and when stuff kind of hit the fan with the previous team running it, everyone was leaving the platform. It looked like it was speed running to zero. I kind of rallied a community around me, and we put a deal together. I was over in Europe for Breakpoint for Solana, and I ended up staying in my hotel room for 4 days to put the deal together. And yeah, we took it over and rebuilt ever since for the past 2 years.
Okay, so I'm curious. I think you describe it as a full Web3 social network uh, with spaces, streaming, and creator rewards. So maybe if you can walk us through the current state of the product, what you're building.
Yeah. It's evolved a lot since we took it over. It really started as that like token gated key model. Since then, we've added Stages, which is our version of X Spaces, live streaming, a token launchpad connected to all these social features. So you can tip with your token, you can form communities around it. So we've really kind of evolved the original vision, and now it's a full sort of social Web3 app. Our goal is to make this a place where you actually never need to leave this app for anything you want to do. So you want to trade a token, you want to connect with people, you want to support content creators, you want to play games in our app store. It's all in one place, because we felt it was too disjointed in the current form. So that's what we've built, and to this day, we're growing across every metric.
Give us a sense of where you're at there, like how many people are using this and how's it going?
Yeah, so we're around 350,000 registered users, um, around 10,000 DAUs, and we built our own. There's so many like metrics. We paid out over $10 million to content creators. We have our own DEX now because we built a token launchpad, as I mentioned, which has passed $500 million in total volume since it's been released. We have over 100 million in volume in the tickets alone. So this is kind of growing a lot. It's attracting a multi-chain audience, and yeah, we're
I mean,
excited for the
what's been
future.
responsible for that growth? Have you just kind of become the like social aggregation point for the Avalanche ecosystem, or what's been the driver there?
Yeah, I think like even broader than just the Avalanche ecosystem. If you look at other ecosystems, they don't really have a centralized social app. So everyone's using crypto Twitter, but then they have to go to a DEX to trade a token, go to an NFT marketplace to trade an NFT, right? They get their alpha on like Telegram or whatever. It's like so disjointed. We've kind of consolidated that into one app. The thesis is working, and we also gave out a large airdrop. So we're all about creator monetization. We gave out a large airdrop. I think it's worth around $22 million today, but our token's still gone up multiples. So we have like such a diehard cult-like community that really welcomes all the new users that come in.
So I'm curious, it sounds like you're targeting a very crypto native user base, and it would seem to me that the disjointedness of the various apps, places to hang out, places to trade, are something that's not the biggest barrier for a crypto native user base. So, am I wrong in assuming that?
Um, I don't know if you're necessarily wrong. I mean, these are a lot of internet, native users. However, so they could navigate that. I think where our bread and butter is, so that's one value proposition, but our bread and butter is creator monetization. So you can like earn more on the arena. And we're seeing that we're not only getting crypto natives, we're getting like chefs that are coming on to stream, musicians. They're using spaces or stages, live streaming. They're getting tipped exorbitant amounts. People are trading their tickets. They're earning fees. So there is like substantial fee generation for content creators on our app. All types of them, whether you're just like a token trader getting alpha or an actual content creator. And I think that's actually driving a lot of what we're seeing
Can you
in
talk
terms
more
of
about
growth.
the creator monetization mechanisms you have? I think you mentioned
Yeah.
streaming. Is that, yeah, I guess, yeah, just list them up for me. It sounds like there's a bunch.
Yeah. Yeah, there's quite a few revenue streams on this app. So the sort of main one that was there even before the takeover was the ticket model or the key model on Friendtech, where people can buy and sell this token on a bonding curve attached to you and get access to a private chat room. That still works really well because we see these streamers or these stages hosts come on, and people are actually they could do gated stages or streams, and people are really buying their ticket and trading it a lot. So that's one. The second one that's really blown up for us is tipping. It's crypto native tipping with meme coins. And this like creates a whole other like social element around the tokens. Imagine launching a token in the arena. It becomes a tipping token. Then you see a huge streamer and you're tipping them in your own token and spreading the word. That's been and people could swap in the app to get into like stables. So that's been a huge driver as well. Besides that, we have an app store where our apps are generating revenue. We have a token launchpad, and we have creator fees rolling out with that, and a bunch of other decentralized advertising. All these things we're rolling out to allow for greater monetization for content creators.
So where do you see the next big inflection point, I guess, looking forward? Yeah, like
For us,
growth. Like
or
where does the next wave of users come from?
Yeah. Yeah. So I think we're doing a complete overhaul of the ticket model. And I think we're seeing in the industry right now the effects of, when you could have tokens attached to individuals that can generate fees in particular, not just the speculative nature of the token for the traders, but fees for the creator. We see the power of that. It's happening a lot on Solana. I think we have a unique approach to this that I haven't seen anywhere else that will be rolling out in Q4. In addition to that, we have the mobile app coming out, complete overhaul of some social features. So I think we're just going to really as this bull market peaks, I think we're going to be a great outlet for retail.
Give us a hint on this mechanism. It feels like that's it's been the thing that's been copied to death, literally to death.
Yeah.
And so you have new inspiration here.
Yeah. That's why I don't want to kind of say too much. I mean, I don't know if who's viewing this, but
nobody. It's just us, man. No one's gonna hear it. Don't worry.
I guess I will say the way it's been thought of so far is fees to the deployer of a token or assigning those fees to someone else. But there's other value that can be generated that hasn't really been captured. So I'm just going to be vague and say that's where we're.
Your job is to be vague. Our job is to ask the questions. So that's fair. I think Avalanche is this ecosystem that I think, depending where you are in the world or maybe where you are product wise, is mostly off the radar, especially on crypto Twitter. And yet, I think I was just talking to somebody who's in Japan, talking about how insane the support for Avalanche is there. Obviously, you guys are having really great traction there as well. Can you just catch us up for maybe the ignorant here? What is going on in that ecosystem? Why are you so bullish in building there?
It might be the best kept secret so far. I know it wasn't back in 2021 during Avalanche Rush and stuff, but it's kind of flown under the radar so far. But if you actually take your time to look into the ecosystem, I'm going to ignore Arena because we're the retail hub, but the institutional level deals are second to none between RWA tokenization, deals with BlackRock, Citi. It's pretty crazy there. Then gaming, so the games off the grid and have been thriving. A huge DEX ecosystem as well, and TVL and stable coins are rising. So Avalanche's motto is to bring all the world's assets on chain. And what I see happening is they're kind of building out incredible traction in each of these sectors. And then what's interesting is it's really not known as a retail chain whatsoever, but the Arena, I feel we're bringing that hub to kind of tie it all together. So AVAX price has lagged so far this year. I expect that, just my opinion, I expect that to kind of catch up pretty aggressively coming up.
Yeah, I
Not
was
financial advice,
just looking at the chart, and I know nothing about how to read charts, but it's consolidating, baby.
multi-year
Yeah.
consolidation.
Like a long consolidation ready to spring up, it looks like.
Yeah. Awesome, man. Well, listen, I think we love sort of getting looks into these products that are just loved by a core group of people, and there being a big market for them to go after. Seems like you guys are doing a lot and have a lot more to come. So maybe when you're ready to share a little bit more about the innovations that are around the key structure, we'd love to have you back on, and appreciate you hopping on with us today.
Yeah, guys, thank you so much. Big fan of Seed Club and your guys' focus on consumer crypto.
Great to see you again, dude.
So
Appreciate it, brother. Best of
appreciate
luck.
being here.